We continue our conversation here at One World Observatory. We'll talk with George Clooney and his wife Amal, human rights lawyer, married nearly 8 months ago. His new movie Tomorrowland opens on Friday. Clooney opened up about his relationship, the idea of kids, and their fight to tackle humanitarian emergencies.
Do you ever think about the fact that technology has taken us so far, yet you see things in Sudan,
sure,
and other places where you go and where I go, where there are conflicts that are so passionate in their different views,
sure,
that is war that never changes. It's conflict that never changes, and nobody's making a difference.
You know, the differences are so incremental. You know, we had great successes with the Darfur movement in 2006, 2005, where we made the word Darfur synonymous with genocide, with atrocities, and made it harder for that to happen. But what happens when you do that is that everybody kind of slaps everybody on the back and goes home and says, well, we took care of that.
Yeah,
and of course, it has to be sustained, and it's hard to sustain. You know, I am an optimist, and I think that we will eventually, as a world, slowly figure it out. It just takes a long time, and so I want to be part of the process that says, you know, when you look back on your life and they say, well, what did you do? You want to say, well, I participated.
You're friends with the president.
Sure.
You've said that, and proudly so. Is he doing enough?
Well, that's a good question. Is he doing enough? I don't think anybody can do enough. So the answer would be he isn't, but I don't know any. You know, President Bush did a lot too, and it wasn't enough. You know, it's a long, long process.
It makes a difference to be married to someone who has a really interesting life apart from Hollywood.
Well, the things that she does have great meaning. You know, there are consequences when what she does works and doesn't work, and they're much bigger than the kind of consequences that I deal with on it.
Human rights, especially.
Human rights and
there's a shared
basic.
There's
rights.
a shared passion.
Sure, of course, absolutely. I grew up with that it ingrained in us. I grew up in the child of the '60s, which dealt with all kinds of human rights and civil rights, and everyone felt that you could singularly be a part of something and have an effect on that. She sort of proves it to be true.
You know, I knew her before you did.
I know that. She reminds me of that often.
The one thing that I don't have in my life is children.
Yes.
You ever think about that?
I don't really. I haven't really.
Really never thought about it. That's what I'm asking.
I mean, I've thought about it, I suppose, but I haven't really. It hasn't been high on my list of. I've been asked it a lot lately because because I've gotten married and I'm doing a movie with kids in it.
Yeah.
You should see how creative the way they ask me are.
Let me tell you why I ask you though.
Yeah.
You got such a great dad.
Yeah.
And you're so close to him.
Yeah.
You know. That must be a powerful emotion for you.
It is, and I'm really close to my mom too. I'm really close to my family, and so.
Family is important.
Oh yeah, big time. My sister I'm very close to, and I've got a niece and nephew. My nephew was just made prom king.
Prom king?
Prom king from the high school that I went to where I was not named.
Not prom king.
No, I was not.
Yeah.
So.
I was Mr. Joe College though, by the way.
Oh, you were?
Oh yeah, that's better than prom king.
Is this was this at Duke?
Yes, it was. He went to Kentucky where.
Well, I'm a UK
Kentucky.
fan. I'm from Kentucky, and so this year is really hard on me because he's been rubbing it in about Duke.
Kentucky did not make it past the semifinals, did
No, it did not. But we do have more banners hanging than Duke, and that's important.
He's always so charming.
Yeah.
I like him so much.
I know. I'm so happy that they've found one another, and what an exciting time in their life. Yeah.
I'm going to predict children. George has not spoken to me about anything personal because he said he would never get married, Charlie. He said he's never getting married. That's why I never, ever, ever say never.